Hi, folks. This is Brian Anderson. I'm with Grant Hill and Brent Barry. Our reporter tonight, Allie LaForce. And it's the Suns to start out. Booker looking around. And so he draws the foul, headed to the line to shoot a pair. That one belongs to Wiggins. Well, Grant, if you talk about consistent top-level scores, Devin Booker is near the top of that list.
Yeah, and going back to the 17-18 season, Devin has averaged at least 25 points every year. Book can create his own shot and finish. It's hard finding guys who can do both.
Now here's Ivy. Lets a three fly, and Young pulls it down. Phoenix with the ball. Outside Booker. It's hauled in by the Heat. Ivy outside. And the three off target. Left side Edwards. Into the lane. That one drops for him.
Yeah, what energy from Edwards on the drive. Pushing his way inside and straight to the cup.
About a minute played here so far in the first. Here's Ivy. Checking his stats, he's scoring around 9.5 points per game. Here's Wiggins. Back to Ivy. And it's going to be a 3-second call. Here's Booker. His offense has been solid, scoring around 11.5 points a game. About a minute and a half through the first quarter. And that's out of bounds. It was last touched by Booker.
Now that's two teammates who need to reintroduce themselves to one another, not on the same page.
All right, Brent, let me ask you a very important question. What exactly is Heat culture?
BA, Heat culture is about toughness and competitiveness. And if you step into that building, you better make sure that you're ready to be pushed and push the limits that, as a professional player, not a lot of other teams are willing to go. As soon as they find guys who enjoy that, and I'm not going to say torture, but it's close, those are the kind of guys who make it in Miami.
He's gone 2 for 2 at the line so far, and he shows the focus there, nails the tee.
Well, known as one of the purest scorers in the game, Booker's main focus remains competing for championships.
And there's the call. It's on Bam Adebayo. That's his first foul. Here in the first quarter, with about 2 minutes gone by, Booker. Here's Richards. And finally, they hit one.
Such a big part of what he does for this team. Just work and work on the boards, generate second chance opportunities, and hopefully convert.
Now here's Ivy. Knocks it down from distance. Ivy's got 5 points.
Look at the IQ. Such a smart play for a young player. Ivy executed the pick perfectly.
Outside Booker. Pass to Edwards. Shoots over Eason. Eason with some nice D. Miami trailing. Ivy outside. Picked by Covington. Now here's Eason. There's the three. And again, it's Miami from deep.
Yeah, what a feed from Ivy. These are the type of passes you love seeing from him.
Gives us a chance to catch up with Allie LaForce.
Here's a great quote from Coach Eric Spoelstra, who said, "The Miami Heat culture is a system based on discipline and hard work. We stand for something. That's competition. That's winning. We feel that there's a championship DNA that you can develop." And Brian, they walk the walk.
One of the great organizations in the league, Allie. Now here's Ivy. 5 points in the game. Pass to Covington. Back to Ivy. To the paint. And finished off by Adebayo.
And maybe that's why he's nicknamed Bam. Taking contact, bam, bam.
And he's going for the lob. And Edwards slams it in.
Wow. Edwards with the hops, the long arms. Easy guy to hit in the alley-oop game.
And there's the call on Devin Booker. That's his first foul.
First team foul.
1:04 left in the first quarter. Here's Ivy. Outside Eason. Just 4 to shoot. Oh, and he got fouled on his way up. He'll head to the line to shoot 2. And Devin Booker is already one of the greatest players in Suns history, Greg.
Well, you could argue that Steve Nash still ranks ahead of him. He did win 2 MVPs with the Suns. But when it's all said and done, I think Booker will be regarded as the best.
And Brent, the Heat always looking to compete year in, year out.
Well, for good reason. This team takes a lot of pride in giving themselves a chance every year. And the way the front office conducts their business is they believe they can put together the type of roster that is going to go out there and take care of things to put them in position to be successful.
And here's Ivy from the arc. Nails it from beyond the arc. Ivy's got his 3rd basket on the night right there.
The defense is nowhere to be found guarding the three-point shot.
And the timeout called by Mike Budenholzer. We might see... him looking to make some tweaks to the strategy here. So both teams making some changes here. Suns trail by 5. Shot clock and game clock separated by less than 6 seconds. And it's hammered home by Green.
Just an incredible display of power. He attacked the rim with both hands.
Most definitely. That was a thunder dunk. Wow. Here's Ivy. Pass to Gafford. Goes back up. They shoot again. Ooh, tough possession there. They stayed with it. Just couldn't make the shot. Outside O'Neal. Takes a 3. And no good. Trying to get that one to fall. And so it's Jaden Ivey making things happen for Miami. 8.
14.
And close game underway so far. We'll see if either of these teams can jump out ahead in the second quarter. And a closer look here at the scoring breakdown for the Heat.
Yeah, their early focus on outside scoring has paid off. They're finding plenty of points from three-point land.
And they've sort of assumed control of this game with their pressure defensively. They've been into the ball handler. They've done a great job of swarming. So they're creating some turnovers that they're capitalizing on. You don't want to ever give up points on the boards. That's the lesson for the team there. That's a hustle play to save points.
Here's Beal. Count it. 1 for 1 to start the game. Grant, there are such intense rivalries at the college level. Do any of those carry over to the NBA?
Oh, BA, they sure do. I was part of some serious college rivalries. There was a lot of trash talk with the guys on the other side. It didn't stop that much after we got to the NBA.
Oh, got a piece of it. And about a minute gone in the second quarter. Fires it from 18. Rebound by the Heat.
Oh, can't punish the defense for leaving him open that time. That's a frustrating miss for a really steady jump shooter.
3-point field goal.
They're getting torched on the perimeter. 4 of the last 5 buckets have been threes.
Outside, Green. And here in the second with about a minute and a half gone by. Miller. And he's going to the line for two. The official saw contact while he was going up.
First team foul.
On Robert Covington.
I don't mind that. I mean, they met him at the rim and temporarily prevented the points.
And he sinks the second. And it's Rozier with the ball for Miami. It's a 5-point game. And Bradley Beal is going to pick up the foul. That's his first foul. And so it's Erik Spoelstra with the timeout here. He wants to make sure everybody's on the same page.
Substitution on the court.
Second quarter here, just over a minute and a half played. Ivy outside from the arc. Rebounded by Scapinta. Suns trail by 5. Beal with it. As far as his production, he's averaging about 8 points per game. Here's Adebayo. And finished off by Adebayo.
And for Bam, it doesn't get any easier than that.
And the timeout called by Mike Budenholzer. He wants to give him a breather and talk things over. The Heat making a switch here. And so it's Phoenix with it. They trail by 7 at 6'9". Bam Adebayo is on the shorter side of centers. Yet he is elite defensively, Grant.
He's been top 5 in Defensive Player of the Year voting a bunch of times. Bam has an incredible motor, a great IQ, and he's a switchable big. That's huge in today's game.
Now here's Ivy. 7-point game, biggest lead so far. Missed inside. Right side Edwards with the drive. And he can't jam it through.
And tried to show off just a little bit there, but ultimately didn't work out. You know, he's going to get a few stares from his coaching staff and probably his teammates in the next huddle.
Lob City! And Bam delivers.
Booker's a good passer, becoming better in that area, and he knows how to work the ball around.
2 minutes remaining in the first half.
Ivy goes in. Pass to Gafford. It's hauled in by the Suns. And he lobs it up to the rim. Out of bounds. It'll be Miami's ball.
Looked like a simple play and turned into a turnover. Can't give away possessions like that.
We've got 1:48 left in the second quarter. Ivy up top. Give him 8. And the shot's good by Wiggins.
Getting Wiggins something in the catch and shoot. It's just good offense and keeps him in a good rhythm.
Outside Booker. And there's a 3-second call. This one on the defense. 3 trips to the line so far for him in this one.
At the line for your Suns.
And the technical free throw is good.
Booker just one of these guys who's calculating on the offensive end. He's trying to figure out what defenses are doing. He's always working hard to find shots, and he's going to influence the game with the way he can produce. Now, what a great option he gives them on every possession.
And here's Ivy from the arc. And Young pulls it down.
I'm not sure how he finds himself in so much space there. He's kicking himself for whiffing a bit on that one.
You can't lose sight of where Edwards is in transition. He can be so explosive in these situations.
Ivy outside. Jacks up a 3. Richards pulls it in.
Now, one player sometimes can drag down your offense, and he seems to be an anchor here in this quarter.
Young can't hit.
Looking for the spectacular and coming up empty.
Yeah, you can see when it's that close, players reacting. Oh, man, we just missed that one. Maybe they'll get another chance at it.
The Suns trailing. 9 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. Dunn outside. It's Edwards on the wing. Give him 8. Shot clock at 6. Outside Booker. The 3 ball. And no good.
Practically a block. Good, strong challenge.
Yeah, altering the shot just as long as there's a miss. That kind of energy not wasted.
Good defensive intensity, but you have to stay in control always.
It's his first trip to the line.
Andrew Wiggins taking 3 shots.
And he's good on the second. And he makes all 3. And so a close game as we wrap up the first half of play. Heat out in front, up by 4.
22.
And we'll step away briefly, but get you right back out there for the start of the third quarter, right after the break. We've got second half action for you, and if the next couple of quarters are similar to the first, this one could go down to the last possession. And Erik Spoelstra decides to call timeout. He wants a few moments to regroup with his players. Heat leading by 4. And here's Ivy. Out to the wing. Here's Eason. Pass to Adebayo. Back to Eason. Launches a 3. And Young pulls it down. And Booker's got the ball here for the Suns. Richards with a screen. And he's going for the oop here. Throw it down on the lob.
And that's the kind of play you put on repeat. Just go back to Booker in the pick and roll.
Ivy, right side. Adebayo sets a screen. Here's Martin. Another shot. Phoenix grabs the miss.
Bad offense to begin the second half. 4 misses right off the bat.
He drops it from range.
That's a deep make from Booker. From the jump, he's been a 20-point-per-game scorer in this league. So impressive.
And Erik Spoelstra decides to call timeout. He's going to gather the troops and talk it over. Miami making a switch here. And if you're just joining us, we've played just over a minute here in the third. Pass to Wiggins. Releases. Miami, no good that time either.
Things have been a little bumpy coming into the second half. 5 straight misses.
Oh, Edwards with style and authority.
Man, that's just awesome. Edwards at 6'4", 225 pounds, dancing with the ball.
Picked by Covington. It's Wiggins on the wing. Back to Ivy. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And miss after miss right now.
I mean, he's trying to shoot his way out of what's becoming a prolonged cold streak.
Yeah, he's got to move on, forget about this sequence here, and try to find a way to get on the board.
Here's Edwards. Outside Booker. This one for 3. The shot won't fall.
Yeah, just the first miss of the half there. They have to be happy. 3 of 4 to start it off.
Ivy outside. Left side Eason. Puts up a 3. Connects from downtown. Eason's got 12.
And I'll tell you what, that's what being unselfish is all about. Ivy finding the open man.
Outside Booker. And he lobs it up top. Richards' shot is off. And it's Miami's ball. Pass to Wiggins. With the teardrop. On the wing, Ivy.
2 minutes remaining in the third.
Right side Easton. The Heat need to get one up in a hurry. Here's Adebayo. And it's going to be a 24-second violation. They turn it over.
Tough one. In a game where every possession is valuable, turnovers can make the difference.
And it's the Suns with the ball. Since the second half started, they've only given up 3 points. And once again, off the mark by Phoenix. Wiggins for 3. And again, it's Miami from deep.
Well, right now, helping the offense out by creating space. Andrew Wiggins, deadly enough from that spot.
We've gone about 3.5 minutes here into the third.
The great read between those two guys. The defense didn't stand a chance, B.A.
These two teammates right here, Grant, they are connected. Inside. And stolen by Edwards. Pass to Young. Oh, and there's the whistle on the shot. So 2 free throws for him coming up. Phoenix shooting their 7th and 8th attempts at the foul line tonight. And no luck at the stripe this time. Second one won't fall. You know, he's 6'9". Brent, would you call Bam Adebayo a small ball center?
If you were standing in front of him, B.A., would you do that? I don't know if I want to do that. I want to ask Bam what he wants to be called. Whether it's center or forward, it doesn't really much matter. This guy can play both ends of the floor and can dominate a game. He's got great strength, great length, and continues to grow his game. Well, Covington has that long arm athletic ability to get in there and mix it up.
And the timeout called by Mike Budenholzer. A moment to rest and confer on the game plan. So both teams changing it up here. There's 48 seconds left in the third quarter. Now Beal. Pass to Skapincev. Good setup. Led him to the rack perfectly for the layup.
Really nice job, the timing on that pass from Bradley Beal.
Down low. Here's Gafford. Second chance shot. Parked it down low that time. Got hit with the 3-second call. The Suns trailing.
Yeah, just hold for the last shot. Don't give them another possession at all.
And hopefully that's what they'll do here. It's what most teams try to execute at this time in the game.
They have no answer defensively inside.
To the inside. Here's Holmes. Miller pulls it in. Green for 3. 3 quarters of play and a close one here. The Suns on top, up by 1. And coming up as soon as... We've reached the fourth quarter in what has been a very competitive game. Should be an exciting finish. Here's Beal. To the middle. Here's Miller. That one falls. Coming off Beal's feed.
Always want to add something to your game, and Bradley Beal has come a much more adept passer.
Wiggins outside. And it's Phoenix for the rebound. Beal surveying the D. There's a screen. The shake. Adebayo grabs the board.
Yeah, can't see why he missed that one there. The D's close, but like plenty of room.
O'Neal pulls it in. Phoenix leading by 3. Here's Beal. The bank shot, no good. Fast break, Miami. Here's Easton. They get it again. Back to Adebayo. So it'll be 2 free throws. He was fouled in the act of shooting.
And Bam just does a great job. The defender is off balance. That's when you attack.
And let's get your take, guys, on the scoring breakdown for the Suns.
Well, the coaching staff has to love what they're seeing on offense. There's so many assists because how this team is moving the ball.
But we've also seen them being very aggressive down in the paint. All game long, they've been hunting down those inside points.
Edwards for three. That won't fall. 6 for 10 from the floor now. And they're on the run. Lets it go. And he drains the quick shot. And it's a tie ball game.
And that was the right decision. When you're in need of a bucket, you go to your most trusted guys.
Yeah, whether it's teammates or the coaching staff, hopefully a combination of both, but gets close, he's getting the ball.
Easton, good.
Sweet to be a difference maker in the game, and he's been a great option for them on these possessions.
Throws it up high. Trying to go for a lob there. Excellent defense and anticipation to stop it. And here's Ivy from the arc. Doesn't go that time.
Love their effort. They've owned the glass tonight.
And once again, off the mark by Phoenix.
Would you say testing the limits of his range there?
Well, I thought they played smart, and then all of a sudden it was maybe a little too flashy there, and that's unfortunate.
Just hasn't found much consistency from the floor, but his teammates have picked up the slack.
Edwards. Oh, that bucket gives him his 7th field goal in 12 tries.
Wow. Edwards almost makes it look effortless, like the whole team wasn't holding their breath right there.
And Eric Spoelstra decides to call timeout. He's decided it's time to clarify the situation, leaving little room for error. And let's send it over to Allie LaForce.
Over that last break, I got a chance to hear what Eric Spoelstra said to the team. He applauded their shooting and their shot selection, saying, "We're taking the right threes, not forcing anything. Keep doing that, and they'll continue to fall." Makes the game easy, doesn't it?
Okay, thanks, Allie. Around 3 minutes gone here in the fourth. Booker with it. He's picked up by Easton. Edwards can't hit.
Good job on the glass there, working hard to establish position and put himself in a great spot to come away with that rebound.
Back to Easton. Rebounded by Dunn. Suns trail by 4. Here's Edwards. And he got the whistle on the way up, so he'll be headed to the line for a pair. It's going to be on Jaden Ivey.
And Edwards' teammates encourage him to be aggressive, because when he is, he forces the defense's hand.
And good on the second, so he makes them both.
Just so reliable at the line. There was never a doubt that those were money.
A little over 3.5 minutes in the books now in this fourth quarter. And here's Ivy from the arc. And again, Miami with a triple.
You got to like the fire you get from Ivy, turning up the intensity to get the bucket.
And Edwards slams it in.
And you got to love the mentality of Anthony Edwards. He wants to be the star. He wants the spotlight. Not everyone is like that.
Now here's Ivy. Pass to Adebayo. Yes!
And this is a huge step showing trust in Bam's play in the biggest moments.
And he lobs it up. Adebayo with a steal. Out on his own on the break. Count it. Good. And the Heat lead by 7.
Really feels like they're in control. They've got a big lead with time dwindling.
Yeah, looking for a miracle worker out there is the opposing coaching staff. I don't know that they have one. This game seems to be well in hand.
And it's Miami's ball. Here's Ivy. Pass to Covington. Outside Easton. 4 on the clock. Here's Wiggins. Nice fake there to create the shot, but it's no good. Stolen by Ivy.